Hey everybody, how you doing? This is about to be a really fun video. Out at the range today with heavy metal, and I've got one of my shotguns, and what I wanted to do for this video was shoot just regular old cheap target 12 gauge ammo with my regular old Hatfield SAS. This is one of the most inexpensive shotguns you can get. As far as I know, it's the cheapest semi-auto you can get. Just to kind of show you don't have to have an expensive rig to go turkey hunting or bird hunting or what have you. Cheapy stuff will work just fine, but I'm going to test the limits of it. We're going to start at 5 yards, and then I'm going to go to 10, and then 20, 30, 40, 50, just with this cheap setup to show you how far you could take a blast on a turkey and expect to drop them. But let's go get set up with our cheap turkey rig here and get to flinging some lead. But should be pretty cool. Let's see what happens. All right, you guys are going with me on this camera. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 yards away from the target. Let's see what we do here. That's really gonna blast that. Oh yeah. So put a big old hole in that plate you can see there. Let's go back to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 10 yards. Let's hit it again with a different plate. Yeah, even 5 more yards there, spread it out.
Yeah, it did.
So there you go at 10 yards. You can see what it does. Let's go back to 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Man, that's a scoot there from 10 to 20 yards. Yeah, we're spreading out quite a bit here, guys. This is just a modified choke in there. I'm not an expert on even what that means, but some of you are. Let's go back to 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, now we're at 30 yards. You can see that's a little bit of a scoot. Paul's up there changing the target. But let's hit it with the 30 yards. We might not even need to go back any further than this. From here, I can't even tell how good we hit it. How many BBs are on the plate? Is it still hitting it pretty good, or?
Yeah, it's peppering it real good.
All right, well,
yeah, we're ready for a 40.
Paul says it's peppering it real good. Let's go back to 40 yards. Another 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Hold on, I just run out of staples.
Uh-oh. He said he run out of staples. Well, just stand there and hold it.
Oh, yeah, right.
But 50 yards, man, for my eyeballs to see where a turkey's head is, I don't know. At least me, well, shoot, I can't even think of a spot where I hunt where I can see past 50 yards. But we're about to find out at the 40 and at the 50 with the cheapo setup if you can take a turkey that far. But he's gonna slap that 40-yard paper plate back up. I think at 50 yards, you'd be hard pressed to get your bead on the whole body of a turkey, much less trying to take his head off. But let's shoot the 40-yard shot here. Ready? All right, 40 yards. Felt good, but all right, well, let's go back to 50. We'll do one more and see how it does at 50 yards, then we'll take a look at the plate. Another 10 steps. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Here we go at 50 yards. let's go up to that target and just see what it looks like here. Alright, so Paul was swapping all the targets here for us. Appreciate Paul big time. If you haven't already, go subscribe to his channel, Heavy Metal. But he's got these plates lined up. Pretty interesting to see. 5 yards up to 50 yards. Check out these plates. So if you're 5 yards away, you definitely want to aim for that turkey's head so you don't just destroy all your turkey meat there. So there's 5 yards. There's another 5 yards. I'm assuming those holes is probably where the wad's hitting. Probably. So 10 yards. You're still good to go with that cheapy ammo shells set up there. 20 yards. You can see the spread there with that modified choke. Turkey's head is anywhere in that plate. That turkey's a goner. 30 yards. Now this actually kind of surprised me. So kind of the same thing there. I'd venture to say if you hit anywhere in that circle on a turkey's brains, it's probably going to drop them. 40 yards. Now we're stretching out a little bit. That might be a risky shot with that setup on a turkey. 50 yards, I'd say probably a real risky shot. Try to take a turkey out with that setup. But it just goes to show you, you don't have to have the real expensive ammo. That cheap stuff will do you just fine inside your cheap shotgun. You don't have to go spend a bazillion dollars. So I'll show you again here real quick. 50 yards, 40 yards, 30 yards, 20 yards, 10 yards, and 5 yards. Thanks for watching the video today, guys. Doing this real quick distance comparison just with that cheap target load. Hey, if you're within 20-30 yards, I say you're good. All these companies, they get this fancy pants ammo and they want to sell you 12 gauge shells that cost $2 or $3 a shot. You probably don't need to be shooting those turkeys at 100 yards anyway. I'd say get some of the cheap stuff. If you're like me, get within 30 yards of a turkey. It's not that hard. Sometimes we have them walking right up to us out here while we're shooting guns. But appreciate y'all watching. A big thanks to the Heavy Metal channel. You guys go check them out and subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe to the WHOTEEWHO channel if you haven't already. We'll see you on the next one. WHOTEEWHO!